Teanna Branae here, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. So as you guys know, holiday season is coming, and if you've been following me for, well, since the beginning of my channel, you know that I record my Thanksgiving videos every year. So this year will be no different. However, this year I decided to do a bit of a my favorite holiday cookware type of video. So this is the cookware that I mostly use on the holidays and the things that I think you should have if you are trying to build a real proper cookware type of situation. So in my case, I got tired of using aluminum pans for the holidays, so I went out and slowly bought cookware. I did not buy all of this stuff at the same time, but I will say the stuff that I do have is fairly inexpensive. But I do want to run down the stuff that I have so that if you're interested, you know, okay, this is my first year cooking for the holidays. I know for a fact I need this pan and things of that nature. So if you are interested, keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is some form of an aluminum pan. I have a tin, cupcake tin. I used to have a regular square aluminum pan, but I had to toss it out. But this is for cornbread. So if you're making cornbread, if you make muffins, whatever it could be, whatever you make for the holidays, I use this for cornbread. Obviously in cupcakes, but I use this for cornbread because I make dressing. So you need some type of aluminum pan for your cornbread. You can also use a cast iron. I like to use aluminum because my cast iron is too big for cornbread. I have a really big cast iron. But I think that this is perfect for cornbread. So if you wanted to make cornbread muffins, break them up and put them in your dressing, I absolutely suggest you get a aluminum pan of some form. The next thing I recommend is some kind of roasting pan. This is the one that I have. I can't remember what brand it is. It might be Oster. I don't remember. I got it from Meijer. If you don't have Meijers in your area, it's basically like a Target or a Walmart. But specifically, a roasting pan with a rack. That's what makes it the pan to have. My first Thanksgiving, or first couple of Thanksgivings, I used aluminum pans, and I just didn't like the texture of the bottom of the turkey. So I was like, I gotta get me a roasting pan. Actually, I think the roasting pan was the first pan like strictly for Thanksgiving that I bought. Because it just tastes so much better than just having your turkey just floating in juice. And this way, you put your water or your broth at the bottom, dripping from the turkey, fall into the liquid. You put the liquid right into your dressing. You ain't got to worry about having to move the bird. You just lift the rack up because the bird is sitting on the rack. And it makes everything easier. Alright, the next pan I'm going to mention is my Dutch oven. I love my Dutch oven. The lid is upside down. It's a grill lid, but it's a flat top. I just don't feel like flipping it over. This is just how I store it. But I use my Dutch oven for anything green. So green beans, cabbage, collard greens, turnips, mustard, whatever you cook for the holiday. If it's gonna be greens, I put it in this. It gives it a nice, I'm gonna put it down because it's heavy, juicy flavor. It's technically just a coated cast iron, so it cooks amazing. I absolutely love my Dutch oven. I don't know where it was from. My grandma got it for me as a gift, but you need a Dutch oven. You also need a cast iron. If you can get a regular cast iron for cheap, get you a cast iron. I can't pick mine up because it's a little dirty right now because I cooked with it today and didn't wash it. I know, shame on me. But I just have a purple cast iron. The brand is Bruntmore. I ordered mine on Groupon. I'll try to insert a picture if I can find it online, or maybe I'll take a picture. Well, if I clean mine, I'll take a picture of it. But I do recommend getting a cast iron. if you want to know what you can use a cast iron for, if you're frying anything for the holidays, it's good for that. If you are making dressing and you like to saute for your dressing, so I use celery, white onion, and green onion. If you saute yours before you put it in the dressing, I saute mine in my cast iron with a stick of butter. So, just a tidbit for you. The next thing you absolutely must have is a pie dish. I think it's self-explanatory what you need a pie dish for. Pie. Andre, my husband, he likes sweet potato casserole. So sweet potato pie basically without the pie crust. It's just sweet potato with marshmallows on top. I couldn't think. We cook that in there. Sometimes I put baked beans in my pie dish. Pie in my pie dish. It just depends on what I'm making. But for any holiday, pie's involved. You need a pie dish. Why not? The next dish is my glass baking dish. Now I use this dish for macaroni and cheese. Literally, I don't cook anything else in this pan, in this dish, besides macaroni and cheese. I've had this dish for a few years. I got it from either Marshall's or Target. I can't remember. But it came from either Marshall's or Target. I've had it for years now. But it perfectly fits one box of elbow noodles once they're cooked. And literally this is the only dish, the only thing I use this dish for is macaroni. So you need some type of baking dish for macaroni. And I do think it's important to have different types of dishes. So glass versus ceramic or stone versus aluminum, because they all cook differently. They all hold heat differently. When I was younger, I didn't think it mattered. Let me put this down before I drop it. I didn't think it mattered when I was younger. But as I've gotten older and I'm starting to cook more and more because I have my own family, it matters. What tastes good in an aluminum pan is not going to taste the same in a glass baking dish. For example, baked chicken tastes amazing in an aluminum pan. I hate the baked chicken taste in a glass baking dish, for example. Next is this trio. I'm going to hold all three up right here. Hope y'all can see that. I got this from Sam's Club. It's Sam's Club brand. It's a Members Mark bakeware set. So I'll run through what I use each dish for. The short dish, I use it for baked beans. That's really all I use this dish for, is baked beans, because it's small. If you're feeding a small family, obviously you could use these for dressing. You can use these for macaroni and cheese. You could use these for, if you do baked candy yams. I'm sorry, technically baked sweet potatoes. Candied sweet potatoes, you could use this for that. Any of these pans could be used for that. They just are the same pan, just different shapes and different sizes. But this one I use for baked beans. That's pretty much all I put in this one because it's the perfect size. The next pan, I don't use this one often, but once again, you could put macaroni in it or dressing in it. It's a bit of a smaller pan. If you were making cornbread, and that's just going to be, instead of dinner rolls or whatever, you make cornbread or whatever, you could put that in here if you want to. I, once again, really only use this for like dressing. If I have a smaller pan of dressing, I'll put it in this one. Please don't break on me. Then it's my big pan, which of course is dressing. This one is always dressing because it's huge. And dressing is that one thing that's like, you can never make too much of it, and then when you feel like you've made too much, it's still not quite enough. So I always put my dressing in this pan. Like I said, it is the Members Mark brand. Now, when I got this, because I've had this since 2019, this set, the 3-piece set, it came in 3 colors. It was like this blue, a cream, and a red. I'll have to look online to see if they still offer it at Sam's Club. Like I said, that's where I got it from. The next thing that, well, the last thing, honestly, that I think you absolutely must have is I wish I could show y'all, but it's dirty. But you need some type of like Pyrex or Anchor square glass dish that has a lid on it. Once again, I'll insert a picture because mine is dirty. I use this one for desserts. So if you watched my, what video was it? It might have been my Juneteenth prep video, or it was a Thanksgiving prep video. I can't remember. But whichever it was, I was making this strawberry crunch cake that I like to make. The dish that I put that strawberry crunch cake in, if I could remember which video it was, I'll insert a picture of that as well. But it's just easy because it already comes with the lid. You don't have to try to figure out how you're going to store your scoop cake or whatever. I make a strawberry crunch scoop cake. But you don't have to try to figure out how you're going to store it. It already has a lid attached to it. Just put it on, pop it in the fridge, leave it on the table. Whatever the case may be, I think it's the perfect all-around dessert dish for me, in my opinion, at least. So that's how I like to, what I like to use that pan for. Like I said, it's so yeah, that's what I like to use the pan for, or the baking dish for, because it's just easier. Pop the lid on, store wherever you need to store your dessert, whether it's cold or on the counter, wherever you have to store the dessert, and you just go about your business. So those are the pans and baking dishes, cookware, all that fun stuff that I think you should have. Stock pots and stuff, that's a given. If you cook at all, you have stock pots, saucepans, regular non-stick skillets or whatever. So I think find that those will be important to mention. If you cook, you know you should have it. This is just like extra. Like if you want to cook for the holidays and you want to impress your mama or something, this is what you pull out. You want to feel official. You come to the table and you sit like, you know, like something cute. You see something cute out. You know what I mean? Something cute. So that is all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you got some ideas of what you're going to do for the holidays. I'm actually about to go plan my meal because I have not planned it yet. And it's about to be Thanksgiving soon. And it's like a food shortage at all of the stores. So I need to hurry up and go to the grocery store and put this stuff up so that I'll have it when it's time to cook. But like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Let me know down below if you are interested in any of the stuff I mentioned, or if you plan on getting any of the stuff that I mentioned to make your holiday season better. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.